to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik and both the host and the producer for this program. Irene Faithful is faithfully here with me on most of the programs, and today we're going to go through a slow flow yoga session. It's really important if you're just embarking on your yoga journey to go through the poses slowly so that you can mindfully move your body and collectively use the muscles where you need to. So we're going to do that today. First of all, we're going to warm up, get your body ready for the flow. If you don't feel like participating today, please watch the show for its content and then seek the advice of your healthcare professional. But let's go ahead and go for the flow. So I want you to at the very front of your mats. And this is a really good way to warm up, but it also is a great way to just send energy through the whole body. It's just coming up on the balls of the feet and dropping onto the heels. I've also been told this is something that they encourage for osteoporotic legs. It helps with bone density. Even though you're not jogging, you're impacting the muscles and the bones. So I want you just to plop onto the heels there. And you're going to start to feel energy moving through the body. We're going to warm up a little bit, so settle into the heels. Bring those arms up in the air. Stretch long, and we're going to swing the arms right past the hips on the exhale, and on the inhale, reach up. Now in yoga, the yogic breathing is in and out through the nose. So I want you to keep your mouth closed. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's do this 4 more times, breathing in and out. And then on the last exhale, just stay low and then extend those arms up. And you're going to find yourself in chair Utkatasana. Utkatasana actually means mighty pose in Sanskrit. And in mighty pose, you really want to keep those quads strong, keep the hamstrings engaged, keep your driving your navel into your spine, and keep your gaze straight out from your face. Don't tuck your chin. Don't lift your head up, because you want to anchor through the heels, but you're pulling down through the sitting bones and you're pulling out through the crown of your head. So you're axial extending the spine, creating more length through the vertebrae of the body. So let's swing those arms down, and this time interlace your fingers and press the heels of your hands straight up. Now we're tractioning the spine here in a vertical position. Stay strong, lifting the chest up high. And we're going to twist to the right side of the room. It's important to lengthen the spine before you do any twisting at all. And this is the easiest way to learn how to do the twists. Deep breath in and exhale. And deep breath in. And this time drop your right arm down, lateral bend. So you want to feel the lats stretch on the left side as you reach down the right thigh. And then bring the arms up high. Take your left arm down. And stretch the lats on the right as you slide your left arm down the left thigh. Let's bring both arms back up in the air. Return to chair, but this time with your hands in prayer. Sit back. Once again, feeling those quads engage. Pull your weight back onto the heels and lift your toes up. So I want you to feel as though you're maybe falling back a little bit here. Allow your shoulders to pull back. Feel the alignment in the spine. But this time we're going to fold all the way down to the mat. So straighten those legs, and if you have difficulty with that, you can always use a block. That's what they're here for. So you can place a block under your hands if you choose, and just fold here. You don't have to come all the way down. You certainly can if you want to. You can always move the block. You can place your hands down and just encourage the head to come towards the floor, looking at your knees, stretching out the back. So slowly come back up, and we're going to utilize that block as we go for our flow. First, there's a vinyasa that's very common in yoga, and it's called the warrior sequence, and that's what we're going to start with today. So we're going to step our right foot back, comfortably back. When I say comfortably back, comfortably so you can bend both knees. The front leg is bent more than the back, and then you're going to bring the arms straight up from your shoulders. Take the rib cage and lift it up. Take the shoulders back, and then take your gaze to the ceiling. So we're in Virabhadrasana 1, holding strong, driving the navel into the spine, lifting the rib cage up, using the strength of the back muscles as you pull the shoulders back over your hips. Then open to Virabhadrasana 2 by taking that left arm straight out from the shoulder. Open the chest to the right side of your mat. And then as we move into Virabhadrasana 3, we're going to bring those hands back to the side and look down at the floor. If you can, just look over your left foot. Try to lift your right heel. If you can, lift that right foot off the floor. Lift your left kneecap. Bring your hands back into the center of the chest in prayer. And if you can, you're going to bring those arms straight out from the shoulders. So you want to reach with those arms, but keep your gaze down at the floor. So as you do this, you're pushing out through the fingertips. You're lifting your left kneecap. Your toes are facing the floor. You're bringing your arms closer to the ears. And if you can, interlace your fingers. Now step back and return to Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your chest up. And then we're going to twist all the way around to the left side of the room, standing twist. And then we're going to end in Wounded Warrior. So we're going to bring that right arm behind you, interlace your fingers. We're going to bend that left knee, pull the arms up over the shoulders, look at your right knee, and bring your left shoulder onto that left knee and stay there. Good. So make sure you're bending that left knee. Resting the left shoulder on your knee, looking back to the right. Now let's return to the front of your mat in tall mountain pose. Bring your feet in, hands in prayer, Samastahiti. Let's go to the other side. Left foot goes back. Again, comfortably back so both knees are soft. You're going to bring the arms up in the air, tilt the rib cage to the ceiling. Look up in Virabhadrasana 1. And hold there. Virabhadrasana 2, looking to the left. Stretching the arms straight out from the shoulders here, holding strong. And as we airplane the arms around, take a look at the ground. Lift that left heel off the floor. Proceed over the front of your mat, lifting that left foot as high as you feel comfortable. You can bring your hands to the center of your chest in prayer. You can bring them out in front of you, stretching through the fingertips here. Interlacing your fingers if you choose, lifting that right kneecap up, holding and breathing at the same time. Feel long and strong. Let's bend that right leg. Return to Virabhadrasana 1 here. Twist to the right side of the room now. Okay, so we're working internal, external obliques. Then take your left arm behind you, Wounded Warrior, stretching the front of your chest and shoulders. Drop that head down, resting the right shoulder over your right knee as you hold there. And now release those arms, come back up, tall mountain, bring those hands into prayer. Now let's bring those arms up in the air and fold all the way down to your toes. Now we're going to step all the way back with our right foot and our left foot. And what we're in now is a plank position. Again, axial extending the spine. Plank is long and strong. Your navel is pulled up against your spine. You have a straight line from the crown of your head right through the body and out through the heels. So we want to keep this long and strong. If we cannot do that without bringing the knees to the mat, please bring the knees to the mat. Relax the top of the feet. Then slowly come down. Once you're down on the mat, your fingertips should be in the center of your chest. We're going to shrug the shoulders up towards your ears. Then lift up into Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Stay there and breathe. Allow the shoulders to pull back towards your hips. And then drive the navel into your spine. Curl your toes under, and we're going to go into Downward Facing Dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Let's lift those hips. Send your weight back into the heels. Take those heels down if you can into the ground. Really feel those calves and soleus and Achilles lengthening. Bring the chest towards your thighs. Pull your weight back. So now 50% of your body weight is in the back of your mat. 2 more deep breaths as you hold there. Now on the last exhale, we're going to take that left foot between your hands And if you need to, you can take your block to the outside of your left foot. We're going to push that left thigh towards the right side of your mat. Line up the right shoulder with the left, and then look up into your right hand. In Uttiti Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So you notice as we've gone in and out of the various poses, we're engaging and disengaging. The agonist and antagonist, the front of the body, then the back of the body, going back and forth. So as our muscles are engaging and disengaging, we're strengthening and lengthening, strengthening and lengthening. Bend that left knee, come around. So yoga is not just about flexibility. It's about gaining strength, core strength, muscular strength, and almost all the muscles of your body. Let's bring those hands back into prayer. Step those feet together. And once again, arms up in the air. Lift the chest up high. Fold to the mat. Step back with your left foot, then your right in plank. And again, you can determine whether you want to stay lifted and hovering the mat or drop to the knees. If you're dropping to the knees, you can watch Irene on this one. Just make sure you're pulling the crown of your head forward. You can come straight down into the mat, hover, Chaturanga Dandasana. Then Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Lifting the chest, floating those thighs over the mat. Adho Mukha Savasana, pull back. Dropping the heels down, lifting your toes off the ground. Stay there, tuck the chin to the chest. Pull back as far as you can to your heels. Deep breath again, and on the exhale, slide your right foot between the hands. Take your block on the outside of your right foot. You want to stack your left shoulder now over the right. So push your right thigh over to the left side of your mat. Come up and look at your left hand. Opening the chest as much as you can. Splaying the fingers, separating those fingers. Leaning back into your left shoulder as you pull your shoulder blades together. Stay strong, stay long. Stay there, 2 more deep breaths. And hold on to that. On the last exhale, we're going to swing that arm down. Come back up to Virabhadrasana 1. Stand tall and step your feet together. Samastahiti. All right, you should be getting warmer. That's the wonder of the flow. So any vinyasa class, you're going to develop more body heat. Let's continue to move. Both arms up, lift the chest, fall forward, exhale. This time step back with the right foot, this time all the way back. And we're going to bend that left knee. Keep your right hand on the mat. You can always use a block if you choose. You're going to turn all the way around to the left side of the room, lifting the rib cage high here. And this time as you exhale, we're going to bring that left arm forward. We're going to lift off the right foot like we did in Warrior 3, but we're going to externally rotate the right hip. Those of you that want to go into a greater challenge into half moon, you can move your block to the forward position on the right side of your mat. You're going to lift that right leg up. Use the strength of those outer thighs. So your glute medius and minimus. Start to open the chest. Look up into your right hand. Lifting the chest as high as you can. Pulling that right leg up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to bend the left knee. Come back into reverse warrior. Let your left arm come back over your left shoulder, lifting the chest up high. Stay there. Then we're going to come down into revolve triangle. Take your right hand down. And again, if you want to use the block is on the instep of your left foot. You want to keep that left hip back. Draw the inner thighs to the midline of the body, creating Mula Bandha. Pull upward through the navel of the spine. Open the chest, twisting that spine around. Look up into your left hand and stay strong there. Parvita Trikonasana. Now we're going to bring that left arm down. And this time step back with your left foot. And we're going to hover the mat. Stay strong here. Come down slowly. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Look up in the air. Adho Mukha Savasana, pull back. Stretching out that spine. 2 more deep breaths as you hold. Then on the exhale, you can step forward, right and left. Come back up. Samasthiti. And let's go for a flow again on the other side. Bring those arms up. Exhale, fold. Left foot goes back. All the way. Now we're going to keep that body low. Again, if you choose, take the block underneath your left hand. Revolved extended angle. Look up into your right hand. Look up. Open the chest there. 2 more deep breaths. Start to bring that arm over your ear. Pushing back through that left heel, pulling forward through the crown of your head and through that right hand. You're going to bring that right hand forward. You can place the block at the front right side of your mat as you lift your left leg up. If you feel you're strong and can handle the rotation of the hip, lifting that hip up to the ceiling, taking your left arm in the air as well. Keep lifting that left leg to the ceiling as you look up into your left hand. Rotating that hip as much as you can. Then we're going to step back into your left foot. Take your right arm in the air. Lift your chest up there. Reverse warrior. On the exhale, pull the left arm down. And again, if you're using your block, you can take the block on the instep of your right foot. Twist all the way around. Revolve triangle here. 2 more deep breaths as you hold. And on the last exhale, return to the floor. Step back with your right foot. Hover the mat. In plank. Come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Look up in the air. Adho Mukha Savasana. Pull back. Stretching out that spine. This time our left foot comes forward, then our right. Come back up. Samastiti. Continue to flow. Arms up, breathe deep. Exhale, fold. Step way back with your right foot. Kick your left leg in the air. Extend it up as high as you feel comfortable. Splay the toes. Pull your chest back towards your right leg. Pull your left knee into your left elbow. Engage your core. Push back up and breathe, exhaling in. Push back up and breathe, exhaling in. 2 more times, deep breath in, exhale, pull. 1 more time, deep breath in. Now cross your left leg over your right and into side arm balance, hold here. If you can, push on the outside edges of your left foot, lift that right leg in the air. Now bend your right knee and reach back in dragonfly. Look at your right hand. Stretching all the way back. And let's flip back over in plank. Come down slowly, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana, look up. Adho Mukha Savasana, pull back. Stretch that spine here. 2 more deep breaths, and we're going to take that right hand around to the outside of your left ankle. Twist. And hold. Then replace your right hand, lift your right leg in the air, grab a hold of the big toe, and just remain here. Nice quad stretch. Now we're going to step forward with your right foot, step forward with your left, come back up. Samastiti. Both arms in the air. And let's go through the flow. Fold forward, step your left foot back, take your right leg up in the air. 3-legged dog, extend it all the way up, stretch that hip. On the exhale, bring that knee into your elbow. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull that knee in. And again, breathe deep. Exhale, pull in. 1 more time. Deep breath in, lift your hip. Exhale, pull in, cross that right leg over the left. Press on the outside of your right foot, lifting that left leg in the air, using the strength of your outer thighs. Then if you can, step that left foot back. Bring your left arm over your shoulder and reach. And once again, fall back into plank. Come down slowly, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Adho Mukha Savasana, and pull back. Stay there and breathe. Now we're going to take that left hand around the outside of your right ankle. Look to the right side of the room. Replace that left hand. Take your left leg in the air and reach for that big toe. Lift it up. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Come back up. Samastahiti. Now let's take a moment to focus on our balance. Squeeze those inner thighs. Take that right leg out to the side and just take it up along the inside of your left leg. And take your left arm in the air. If you feel you're able, take both arms up in the air and just find yourself in a V. Vrksasana. Bring those arms up. Interlace your fingers. Draw them into your ears. Now come out. Bring your hands in prayer. Let's try the other side. Open that left hip. Bring that left leg up the inside of your right thigh as high as you feel comfortable. You can just take your right arm up in the air or bring both up in a V. And then bring those hands together. Draw them inward. And bring those hands into prayer. Very nice. So this concludes our class, but we're going to come down into Savasana, okay, and just relax. And I encourage you to do that if you've been working with us today. So we're going to come down slowly into the mat. Let's bend our knees. Cross your right leg behind the left. Ease down. And if you want to join us, you're going to go ahead and recline on your mat. Until next time, namaste. Let's come on down into Savasana. Slide those feet towards the very bottom of your mat. Shake those legs and make sure your hips are relaxed, your knees, your ankles are relaxed. Then turn your palms so they're facing up towards the ceiling. You don't want to clench your fists. You want to relax those hands, but your fingers will naturally curl into your palms. You're going to make sure that the back of your head is resting on the mat, but that your neck is off the mat and you feel that natural curve to the cervical spine. You also feel that the low back is not touching, and you can actually put your hand right underneath your waistline there. Now, once you're settled into corpse pose, you're going to keep your mouth closed and now breathe deeply in and out through the nose.